And we're back to Exercism, still JavaScript. This time I'm going to solve a bank account right here. It may be a little bit confusing in the beginning, but when you use descriptive terms, it's not that complex anymore. We need to open, deposit, withdraw, close our accounts using functions, and we'll have to design them. There's also an error function, you could say. It's the value error class right here. We don't have to change this, so this is already given. And this should be triggered whenever, for example here in the test code line 49, when, for example, a deposit into a closed account, it would throw an error. So obviously you only want to deposit stuff, or you only want it to be able to deposit stuff into an open account. Let us first go to our constructor right here for bank accounts. We'll construct a false account open. So when it's open, it's true. When it's closed, it's false. And then account balance, and we'll set that to 0 initially. It becomes clearer if we go through the functions. Let's start with open. And if you think about it, if we have account open set to false, and we use this as our if condition, so this dot account open, it would obviously give us an error because we want to open it, and we've set it to false, so we'll have to have our error right here for our if condition, or for our if when the if condition is met, and else we'll set account open to true. And our balance will be left unadjusted, so it's still 0. I think by using these terms it becomes clear what we want to do here. And let us go over close, and we can use the same structure here, so I copy paste this. But in this case for close, we already have our account open set to false, so this wouldn't result in an error. Instead, the error belongs here to our else, and in our if, we will set this account open to false. Oh, we don't necessarily have to change the account balance, we can just keep it. And if we run this, we've already passed the first 3 tests, 9, 10, 15. Let's move on to deposit. And we can use all of the terms that we've used so far once again, and it becomes obvious what we're doing here. But additionally, we need a value for deposit. And this time our if condition becomes a little bit more complex. And for else, we don't need a condition, so let me delete this. So if, at first our value has to be bigger than 0, otherwise we won't be able to deposit anything. A negative deposit would be a withdrawal, and we'll take care of that in the next function. Additionally, our accounts must be open right here. So only if this dot account open is true, we will be able to deposit, and the deposit works by using this dot account balance and then plus equal our value. So if we open an account open will be set to true, and then we can deposit something. And if this is not true, we'll throw an error. Additionally, the value has to be bigger than 0. For example, Here test 14 cannot deposit negative amount, so this would be a withdrawal. And we will deal with that in the next function. Let's move on. Withdrawal works somewhat the same way. Once again, we have a value. We use if and else. At first we check if our value is bigger than 0, because a negative withdrawal would be a deposit. We've got that already covered. Additionally, our value also needs to be smaller or equal to our account balance. So you can't withdraw more than you've got in your account. And our account open must be true. So that's the indicator that our account is actually open. And if this is the case, we'll use our account balance and use minus equal value. So this is when we withdraw stuff from the balance. And else once again throws this value error. We're getting closer to passing all the tests, but for example here test 13, this is a negative value, that doesn't work, it's an error. Here in this case, value is smaller than our account balance, also an error. Withdrawal is 50, deposit is only 25, so this doesn't work either, as in this case value is now bigger than our balance. The final one is get balance. So we'll just check what is in our account. To be able to do that, we need to once again check our account open. If it is set to true, we will return our account balance. And if it is false, it's our else case, we'll throw our value error. And if I'm not mistaken, that should be it. And it is. So we passed all the tests here, and as I've said, it's not that complex if you give this descriptive terms. So I hope that I've explained everything clearly. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.